Hello and welcome to another video on our multiplayer course. In this video, we will assign players into two teams. We'll divide them into two teams when the match type is team deathmatch. So, to start with, first, what I will do is I will assign the host, the player number, the index number 0, the host. I will assign him to the team 1 from on begin the play of the game mode. Why? Because on my testing I found that the player or the host, the player state of the host loses its information when we travel from map to another one. So because of this, I will assign the team 1 or the team tag to the host on begin the play of the game mode. But for the other players, I will not assign it on the beginning play. I will assign it on post login here, and it will be saved in the player state even when we travel to another map, and I will use it then later to assign the tag in the player, where in the player pawn here, the tank, and the tank I will assign the tag here because we will use it later if we want to maybe enable friendly fire or not if we are playing team deathmatch, so that when the players on the same team they cannot damage each other, or if we do not do this, they will be able to kill each other. Now let's start. First, like I said, let's go back to the game mode here. Let's delete these strings and connect the free for all. Also, before we connect the free for all here, I mean the team deathmatch, let's assign the team tag to the host player state. Get player controller, and here the player controller and the game mode will always refer to the host game player controller. Will always refer to the player to the host player controller. Here let's get game player state. Get player state. Here let's make a first we need to make an interface to feed this player state and give it the team tag, and also we need to make an array of names that will have the names of the team tags saved in them. So first let's make a structure. Here's the new folder called structures. This structure will house the array for our names, or it will have two name variables. Blueprints structure, where is this one? What is the structure? Well, a structure is a blueprint that you can save in it multiple variables. Like you can save a name, or a name and a float and an actor and a class. You can put anything in it, and it will have the information stored in it, and you can go back to these informations whenever you want. So it is very important and very useful in important stuff, maybe like classes and names that you do not want to retype again and again. You just store them here and get them whenever you want. So let's call the structure teams. Let's open it here. Let's change this to name and add another variable, also name. Let's this one, make it team 1. this team 2. Here in the default value, let's also put the value team 1 and here team 2. Here let's add tag, let's call it team 1 tag, and here team 2 tag. Now let's close this one, we will not need it anymore. Let's go back, also let's close this one. Host session, we do not need it, close it. Now also the game instance, we do not need it right now. Now let's go back to the game mode here. Now let's make the interface that before we make the interface, let's get the teams structure. Sorry, st_teams, and let's get it here, and break teams. Here we have the tags, the team 1, the team 2. So I want to assign the first, or the host player, I want to assign it the team 1 tag always. So let's go and make the interface that will send this information to the player state. Here let's make a new interface, blueprint interface, bpi underscore let's call it team tags, because sometimes we want to get and sometimes we want to set the team tags, because we want to retrieve them, sometimes we want to send them. So here set team tag. Here we've done input a name. Here let's name it tag. Now let's go to the player state here and implement this interface. Team tags. Search for team tags here and go for the interfaces, and here for set team tags. Here to set the team tag, we need to make this set on the server, because the team tag is important and it is happening while we are connected to the server, so we need to set it on the server. And like I said, it's important and it should be protected from cheating by setting it on the server. Let's make a custom event here, custom event, call it set team tag. Oh, sorry, let's call it set tag, because team tag is already here. This one should be run on server and should be reliable and should have an input, a name. Let's call it team tag. Here this one team tag, let's promote it to a variable and let's make it replicated. Here let's call the set tag event here and connect these variables. Now we have the team tag assigned here and saved here. Now later on we will assign this tag to the tank player, but when we finish, let me comment on this, set team tag. Now let's go back to the game mode here, and here look for set team tag only for the team deathmatch. It is team deathmatch. We will always assign the first player as team 1. Now let's go and divide the players into 2 teams. Here on post login, and when the map is not the lobby, here we need to add a switch. Here, get match type, add a switch. Let me cut this and put it into a custom event. It's better for organization. Let's call it set team members. It should not, we do not need to make it reliable, run on server or reliable, because it is already replicated, because we are on the game mode here. And let's paste this switch, and here, because only we need to assign the players to teams only when we have team deathmatch. What we need first is we need the number of the players. So we need an input here, an integer, players, or player, let's call it number players, because we need the number of the players that are connected here, and that are already connected. So we need to change it to a float, then divide it by 2, or we need the fraction. This fraction before the fraction, we need to divide it by 2, and then we need the fraction. So what this will do, if we have like I said, the host, which is the number 1 player, will be always team 1, will be always set to team 1. So when we have another player connected, and then we have 2 players, so we will divide the number by 2, and that's why I changed it to a float, because the integer does not have decimal points. It's always rounded. So when we divide it by 2, if there is no fractions, like I said, if there is 2 players divided by 2, you will get 1, and without any fractions. So when the fractions is equal to 0, so we assign the player the tag of team 2. But if there are fractions, and the fraction is more than 0 or less than 0, it's always more than 0, so we assign this means that we have an odd number, so we assign the player the team 1 tag. Let's complete. Now let me show you. Here let's make branch, only connect the team deathmatch. Here if we have 0, here we need also a reference for the controller, because we want to put this new player controller, we want to assign this player controller, so we need a reference, we need it to be here, but we will not connect it like this, this will be messy. So I will add an input here with player controller object reference. Let's call this one player. Now here this player, we get player state. Get player state here, which is already replicated, the player state. We can get the private one, but we need the replicated one, not the private one. Here we need set team tag, the interface, and let's get the structure here. The team structure is duplicated and get it there. And like I said, if the decimal is equal to 0, which means an even number, so I will put it team 2. I'll put the tag to team 2. But if there is a fractions, which means that we have an odd number, so the team tag will be team 1. Don't forget to connect this to the target. Also here put the team 1. Let me comment on this. Assign teams. Let me move it away, put it here. So where we call it here when we are in the main map. What did we call the event? Set team members. Set team members. So the num players, we get it from this one, get num players. And the player, we get it from this. Now let's assign the player spawn location when we have the team deathmatch. Let's go to the main map. Here maps, and this one main map. Here we have 8 player starts, and they have only numbers because this will be for the free for all. So let's duplicate this and duplicate this one, these 8, and move them here. And here let's assign the tags. Just let me rotate them. I want them to face the other players. Here what I will assign, I will start with this one. This one has tag. I will add with it the string team 1, because this side will be for team 1, the other side will be for team 2. Team 1. And the 3 I will leave it because this for 8 players. So we'll add the team 1 tag for with the numbers, and then we will add an append node when we spawn the players. So this team 1 tag, we will add it to the already the tags that are already placed in these player starts. For the next one here, paste team 1, and for the next one also paste the team 1. For the other one the same. Also for the other one. Maybe you can give your teams better names, better than my names. Maybe team left and team right, maybe team green, team red. You give them whatever name you want, but for me I will use this team 1. But when someone look for this, he will have will be confused when he looks at these tags. So what I will do, I will add what do you call this, not spacer, not slash, the minus. I will add this to all the tags and then add it in the append node. I will pause the video now because this takes time, and also I will make the other for the next team. Now I finished the team 1, the tags here. I added this dash. So let's make the team 2. First let's save. We do not want Unreal Engine to crash on us and destroy all of our work. Now let's start by these 8. Sorry, they are 8. We are for number 8 here, and duplicate this one also and move them here. I will also do the same thing that I did in the other player starts here, team 2 and dash, and let me copy this and paste it in all the other tags. I will pause the video here and return when I complete this changing the player tags. Now I finished the putting the tags here. So let's go now to the game mode. Here the game mode, here on the spawn default pawn and transform. So here for this incoming name, this is the tag that we will spawn the players at. This tag will specify a player start for our actor, for our pawn. So let me look for select string, and this select will be based on the match type. If the match type, if it is the free for all, we will use this the tag that's based on the index of the player. And if it is for team deathmatch, here we need an append node, and the append node is a node that mixes multiple values. Now in the middle we need the dash, and in the C we need the index, and for the A we need the team tag. And how do we get the team tag? We get it from the player state. So let's get the player state. Where is the player state? We need to get the tag. First we need to get the tags from the player state now to the game mode again. So here let's make the new function called get team tag. Here we need an output. Let's call it tag. And maybe we will face a problem, but I will leave it to the testing, and I know the answer for it. But now let's continue with our with making the game, or let's just make a space for the interface. Here let's get team tag. Here this is the array of the player state. team tag, and put this team tag here. Now we have the A is the team tag, the C is the player index, and the dash that we added in the tag. Now before we test, let's go to the player state here, and here set the team tag, put it here. Also here, don't forget to move this get team tag interface and move it after the branch to make sure we get the correct team tag from the player state. So let's disconnect the execution pins and the variables and move it here after on the true after the branch. And now let's connect the interface and the execution pins, and also for the target, let's drag from the array element from the player state and put it here in the target. Now we need to let's go back to the begin play. Here we need to call this switch on. Let's cut this, and we wanted to put it here when the lobby, when the game map is not the lobby. So cut this and connect it here again, because if we do not do this, even if the game is running in the lobby, it will have a team tag assigned. I'll put it here. Let's move this out of the way here. Now let's test. I put a print string here. Now let's test and see if we have the correct tags now. Team deathmatch 3. Now let's find and join. Also here, also find. Now let's see if we get the correct tags. On the new, well, we have the correct tags, but the host still does not spawn in the correct position. Here we need to restart the player when we start the game or the map to make sure that we get the updated match type and also the updated tag, team tag, because sometimes the especially the host player, when it spawns before we get this updated. So we need to restart the player after starting the game or after login. So here on the player controller on begin the play, let's make a custom event. Let's call it restart player. It should be on server and reliable. Here let's get controlled pawn, and make sure it is valid. And if it is not valid, we should make a delay and then recheck if it is valid or not. If it is valid, we need to call the destroy actor. I'll make the time shorter, 0.1 second, to make it not noticeable. And then after we destroy the actor, we get game mode. we get the game mode. Here we restart player, and the new player will be self. Now let's go to here on begin play and call the restart player here. Now let's try. Let's start the game. Host team deathmatch, 3 members or 3 players. Here let's find on both, find the match. Now here the health bar is not updated, and we will fix this later. No, it is updated, but I'll fix it. And now let's see. Now it is spawned correctly. Let's join with the third one. Now we are spawning on different places. Here we have the same team. We are spawning on the same team, and there's the other team. Now I will stop this video now, and for the next video we will make the how to choose multiple tanks. We'll choose between 2 tanks, with the Abrams and the T72. So thank you for watching. See you on the next video.